It's been a while since we started planning it, and it's happening after all. Hi all, my name is Sergey. I go by the name Risky for Real, and I'm not a professional interviewer. I mean, I used to do it at my office work, but it seems like I'm converting now. So we're having today a great person who you might know by the name Sixpress of the sLUms, Adé Hakim. 6 albums you done by the name Sixpress, 6 albums you done by the name Adé Hakim, according to my calculations, and only God knows how many releases you're in charge in the sLUms. Nice to see you, and how you been? How you doing?
Doing good, man.
Maybe before we start discussing everything, you want to kick off some new work you're working on that you're excited about to share?
Yeah, I mean, we're here speaking Roots, and we have monthly shows. This is just the prelude to a great show. Today we got King Carter, Lou Vasky, and Sensei, and myself. And you know, this project has been rolling out. It's like cool to bring a lot of people and artists that I love and that people who have respect for me, and also come here and we share our part of the hip hop with this space, which is super hip hop centric.
Yeah, it's a very nice place.
It just fits, you know. So I've been really looking forward to each show that we roll out and announce that's a part of this collaboration with Urban Vegan Kitchen and Everything.
Today, King Carter performing with you, and so you mentioned before, I will repeat it, how long time ago you guys performed together last time?
It was, I honestly think the last time we performed was in 2019.
Wow.
So that's like 5 years ago.
That was a good year.
It was a good year, yeah.
It's actually bringing me to the year when I moved, and for me, you guys actually significant artists connected to my arrival here. So when I just arrived in December of 2019, right before COVID, straight from Moscow, I was looking for the guys, young people who working on cool projects and uprising stars, and you were in my list.
Wow, I'm glad to make it, man. Glad to make the list.
So I was looking for cool guys, and there were you, King Carter, and Mike, of course. For those who don't know, I just want to clarify, people keep asking me who is Mike. It's the Mike. You guys go to a streaming platform and type down, both works actually, caps, no caps. Anyway, this is the guy who you guys have been working a lot together, and you are in charge of establishing the sLUms, right?
I play a big role, yeah.
All right. So let's go back to what I actually started with is you did 6 albums by the name Sixpress when you were in the sLUms band. 6 albums, you're crazy. I don't have as many fingers to count.
I didn't even count. I didn't even know I did 6 under 6.
Right.
6 under Sixpress. 6 and 6.
Double meaning.
Hey, okay. No more Sixpress albums anymore. You can do that 6. And then you said 6 for Adé Hakim projects?
Yes, I counted 6 on Spotify.
Solo projects?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know more about my music than I know about my music at this point.
Yeah, I tried to prepare well. So regarding switching to the name, you switched to your original name, passport name, let's say. It was connected to your perception of your creativity, and maybe you can elaborate on it. we can discuss it.
Yeah, it was just like when I made my switch from Sixpress to Adé Hakim, everything was soon to be a statement. You know what I mean? Changing my name was a statement of its own. You know, like changing my having a stage name to my name being, like you said, passport name, like literally just me. You know what I mean? It was a very it meant something to me to do that. You know what I mean? Like not have anything to separate man and artist. You know, because like yeah, when I'm on stage, that's Sixpress, but I just wanted to make myself feel as good as I would feel when I'm on stage. So I want to empower my name and also be true to myself while doing that.
Right.
Yeah.
And all the projects, yeah, you produced yourself, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I produced all of my solo joints are just mainly produced by me, like 100%. But like it was like there will be a collab if I collaborate with like Daryl or Laron, and that's pretty much it. Like I don't think I did that many other collabs on the production side. That would be rare, you know, like if I would collab with someone, but it would be effective, you know.
Are you working maybe now with King Carter? You guys maybe planning?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm jumping too ahead.
Yeah, you know, sometimes I like to be mysterious.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, to be honest, yeah, I did send him a couple tracks and he showed me something back.
That's exciting.
Yeah, we feel mature. It feels like a mature version of us. It feels as exciting as doing this show feels like. Like we're still here, we're still persevering. We have love, you know, we have love that keeps us going.
That's cool. That's cool. And yeah, regarding this collaboration, are you keeping in mind that you wanna produce it, or how do you think? If you're ready to share such details, or
what was the question?
If you're gonna produce such collaborations,
like 100% produce the project?
Yeah.
Oh no, I just have some little guest appearances here. King was working on his own large body of work, and you know, you'll hear some today.
I'd love to hear, and I'd love to ask him about what is ongoing. That's very interesting. In the magazine, I remember it was saying that you felt a little bit different until a certain point, and then you decided that you are on the sunny path. Maybe it's just the matter of the formulation, or maybe it's just somehow connected to your new perception of what you're writing about.
Yeah. Well, the sunny path was a concept that I had as Sixpress. You know, like sunny path is a project under Sixpress. You know. And that was a concept birthed from my first rap debut ever, where I like have a line where I say like the sunny path is so abandoned, you know, like how a lot of people abandon, you know, I guess optimism, or you know, feeling enlightened, like whatever that, you know, all that stuff that will represent feeling sunny, right? I would say that's abandoned in our society. And but I like in that the following line was like I'll take my small steps to the sunny side, you know. Like I'm not there yet, but I will take, you know. And then after that release of the project, I always knew like at some point I was gonna make a project called Sunny Path, and I think that it was a good attempt to be positive, but was still coming out of a dark, depressive state, very isolated, confusing, lonely state. So I still needed a lot of things to shake off. You know, but I feel like when I switched my name over from Sixpress to Adé Hakim, I was who I wanted to be. You know, I did I could stand in my skin comfortably, and I can understand what I'm here for. Before at Sixpress, I was just trying stuff, you know, like when I was rhyming, I was saying stuff that sounded good as a rhyme. I didn't always have a reason to say it. But Adé Hakim doesn't work like that. It's like I have intent. My intention for what I'm saying, I meditate on this, you know, like I think about, you know, how this will affect people, how this will affect me listening 5 years later, you know, and stuff like that. Yeah, Adé Hakim side of the discography definitely represents a brighter side, you know what I mean? And while Sixpress side was more like fantasizing about it.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So it's a meditative process for you.
Yes, absolutely.
Maybe you can elaborate on how it's happening for you right now. You coming to the studio, you're starting with music, you're just starting freestyling a cappella. How is it coming to you for now?
For now, well, I'm a father. You know, I'm a father. I have a son and a wife, and my studio is shared in our apartment. So like right now, my son kind of takes up the space. But as long as he's being creative and he's being, you know, engineering things, and then I will allow myself to, you know, let him do that. But I have creative outbursts, you know, like they come out of nowhere, and I'll stay up at night. Like, you know, every once my wife and my son sleep, I'll just be up, and I'll be like writing stuff out, freestyle, a couple lines. Sometimes it starts with something like a funny line, like something that makes myself laugh. Right. It's usually laughing at the state of hip hop and stuff like that. You know, that's kind of how it starts. And if I'm laughing, I'm like, okay, let me keep going, because it's supposed to come from joy. You know, it's supposed to come from something fun.
100%.
And yeah.
This is probably how you came up with your last album. You already had your son, and it was yes. Let's probably discuss your last album. In your documentary, you mentioned that you had to start everything over because the hard drive was broken. That's crazy. That's unfortunate. Did it take long to restore?
No, it did not, surprisingly, but I've been here before, you know what I mean? I didn't get to restore anything. I didn't get to restore, I had to go back and make everything from scratch.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But it didn't take that long because I like found the right samples, and I had some of the work bounced out already, so I knew the drum patterns. I don't know, it was just one of those things where it was like, I'm not gonna give up on this. It's gonna happen. You know, usually I would just take it as a sign. All right, God doesn't want me to make this album, and I'm going to start something new. But I was like, nah, that's not the sign here. Like this is just a freak accident that just happened, and I gotta follow through. But yeah, my family dynamic definitely was in the mix of like this album. I have a very supportive wife, you know, like
that's cool.
She allows me to have the space to be creative. She understands like that this is what I want to do, and she respects that and wants that for me. I'm such an all over the place artist though. Like I'll just like have bursts where I just like shut everybody out and I'm just making music, you know.
Oh yeah.
You know? But sometimes it just doesn't come, and I'm just like just working on like service work for people, producing beats for people, and you know, stuff like that, you know what I mean? But I think that so it was just my son and I in the room actually, and I was making a beat.
Right.
It was the beat for Flowers actually, and it was the Jersey Club kind of dance tempo. That's the album full of the upbeat stuff, right? My son and I, we were both dancing, and it's cool to see babies enjoy music, and you know, like in that moment, nothing else matters. It's like my son, who's like only 2 years into living, understands the joy of music, and we were dancing, and we got a noise complaint and everything, and I was like, oh, this is something special, and that's kind of the birth of the album, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, like, Yeah, you know, like making music from home.
They pulling up with a fake ID, cause all these people trying to get like me. It is what it is, say like me. Been 20 things, everything's I read. I'm the FDR woman that run with what it is, that's the big god. All the industry, niggas got back home, but a rap stronger, so I last longer. I ain't no attending on back to summers. This is the season of stacking commas. My niggas give me the badge of honor. You can miss me with that bag is on, yeah, giving it. All I got, giving it. All I got, giving it. All I got, giving it. Yeah, giving it. All I got, giving it. All I got, giving it. All I got, giving it. Yeah, because something I'm proud of. Despite of the people that doubt us, I'm a 10 minute walk from botanical gardens and younger than give my flowers. Yeah, you can read all about us. It's sunny path, don't be riders. Whenever I find my powers, I got the universe as my back to wait. Stop. I keep my interest. We gotta stop smoking an eye package. I'm selling beef. You see me standing on business. I'm striving for inner peace. I'm proud about my ancestors. I'm by the doctor's seats. We can just walk in the breach, but the haters just come to the seats. Never running off with the remedies. I'm trying to be a good memory. Conducting all energy. Cause these niggas want enemies. But I want more of the world so my girl feels serenity. Because something I'm proud of. Despite of the people that doubt us. I'm a 10 minute walk from botanical gardens to Europe to get my flowers.
The most stupid question that I could ask, do you have a favorite song on this album, or is it Flowers, or I don't know?
I would like Flowers, but it's not mixed the way I wanted it to be mixed. And I mixed everything, you know, but I'm not the best mixer. So I wouldn't, it's not my favorite, my favorite. I think that maybe Sincerely Beautiful would be my favorite, or the self-titled track, the A to the AKIM. That one. Yeah. These are all songs that I'm performing tonight too. Like all three of those songs that we just mentioned.
Cool.
But Sincerely Beautiful is probably one of my favorite ones. Or Piece of God. Piece of God is up there for me.
You conquer this. Make sure my life was marvelous. Most of my life was fatherless. But I know my son's here, and this world I'm a big part of it. Futuristic architect. Wi-Fi letting God connect. They let the truth be moderate. Sadly for them a lot of respect. Matrix, that is not a threat. Abundance, have a lot of it. Trauma, I grew out of it. One love, like monogamous. My type is chocolate. Panties, she was dropping it. Haters, stay anonymous. But she, they cocking it.
As I remember, your mom played Slick Rick and your dad played KRS-One. Is it what made you start it, or how did you come up about making music?
I mean, you know, those are the artists that my parents grew up on. You know, like they were like here for it. Like Slick Rick is a artist from the Bronx. You know what I mean? Well, UK, but came out here in the Bronx. Same thing as KRS. My parents both were born and raised in the Bronx. Well, for me, like so they're hip hop lovers. You know, they're hip hop partakers. And for me, I grew up on Kanye West. You know, like my first album that I listened to that was hip hop was College Dropout. Yeah, both my parents had it on CD. And I think Kanye West was a great artist to grow up with. You know, like I didn't really understand how important his music was to me. At the time, he was just an artist, and I just liked music of all genres and at the time. But then I realized, like, oh, now like I like Kanye West, like I support his music. You know. And I think it does come back to the roots of like both my parents who are separated. The common denominator that I feel like I found was Kanye West, like his music, and R. Kelly. But I'm not gonna shout out R. Kelly on here. You know what I mean?
That's fine. We don't have to.
R. Kelly was making some fire music though. I don't know if you're too hip about R. Kelly, but a lot of babies were made of R. Kelly, so it's you know, we can't take back the lives that are here now due to R. Kelly's baby making music. I mean, it was sick, but people are here due to R. Kelly, so some people are gonna fight to the death defending R. Kelly. You know what I mean? Not me.
I played both of these guys in my dorm. To the guys who just yelling at me, just shut it all and leave the room. I don't know.
So you did as a troll?
No.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I like the music, and I started listening rap myself. They were two of them. I didn't listen to R. Kelly a lot,
Yeah.
but Kanye for sure.
Yeah.
He impacted
Oh, you
me.
mean Kanye? Yeah.
And I don't know if we have to discuss how do you feel about everything now.
How do I feel about everything? What?
Where he is currently musically,
Kanye West?
publicly.
You know, it's very tricky. You feel me? Like, I think that I feel like the industry really did a number on him. You know what I mean? Following someone who actually follows his journey, it's just like it's just a reminder that like there's no bound to what you can do. Like if you want to make rap and people telling you you're just meant to be a producer, obviously looking at his career, it's like, all right, that's not true. You don't have to go by what anyone else thinks of you. Same thing with his clothing career and all that stuff. But everything else, like all the controversy, I think he just uses that as a tool to market his stuff, and he's still out here. You know, I thought he would have got canceled by now, but he's proven that cancel culture isn't as strong as what we really like to imagine. Only thing that can really stop us is us. I support anything anybody's doing as long as it's not harming anybody.
Okay. And narrowing down everything to the music,
Yeah.
do you still like what he's doing?
I think that it's time that he works with me. I think it's time he works with like people of this scene. If glossing over this side of hip hop is it's not doing him it's doing him a disservice in a way. But I still feel like his music with Ty Dolla $ign had some good moments. I'm not sure if you know about Yandi, the project. It was an unreleased project. That was probably one of my highly anticipated albums from Kanye. And
What is the name?
Yandi. But it never fully released.
Oh, okay.
And then it just seemed like some of the songs that were supposed to be on that project ended up being on some of his later work, but it was completely different. And I don't know, that kind of killed the fun for me a little bit when seeing the songs that were supposed to be on the Yandi project sound different, and it's his prerogative, but it's all right.
Okay. And going back to your parents, can you share if they listen to your music all over your music career? How do they like it?
Do they listen to my music or music?
Do they listen to your music?
No.
No?
No.
Well, maybe you can say on camera if they're gonna watch the interview. Mom, Dad, go do
Yeah,
that.
Mom and Dad, stop fronting on me. You know what I mean?
The last project, go do that.
Yeah, I mean, they will always see me as their baby. I'm my mom's last child, and I'm my dad's first son. I don't know, I guess they just want to see me how they've always seen me. I kind of took my own, my whole hip hop adventure was, they supported it one way or another, but a lot of it was independent. You know what I mean? They weren't holding my hand through any of this. I was with sLUms, and they knew about sLUms. They knew Mike, they knew all my friends, but they did not fully invest in listening to every single thing that I made. My mom was there for most of the Sixpress stuff because I'm in her home, you know what I mean? And she allowed me that space, also very supportive of them to make me create the space. But did she listen to my music? Nah. Nah. My dad actually was named Sixpress, so I got the name from him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And that's also part of the reason why I changed my name from Sixpress to Adé Hakim. They both are powerful impact in my life. I wish that they can see how much I've made it and how much how much success I got, from how they raised me. Because sometimes it seems like I'm not doing enough for them and I'm not enough, and it's how relationship with parents could be. Yeah.
Why they try to make it enemy of my name? And happiness to infinity is my thing. Happiness to infinity is my thing. If I don't succeed, I'ma try again. Real social cheese, chase a high chain. Anything that I need for a high plane. Real social shit, why complain? They won't press play because the true perks. I was born in the X like cool work. All the shows that we had were in super. No, I told you that songs in the future. You the blueprint, yeah, you the blueprint. Yeah, see, all the money made you do. Spread love, always spread, it's a rumor. Tell the goofy when you hear the computer. Yeah, yeah, yo, how they gonna hate? How they gonna hate? How they gonna hate? How they gonna hate on a kid like me? Like me, how they gonna hate? How they gonna hate? Shine bright cause I couldn't give two fucks. Quit me cause this love is my new plug. Since I'm a young black man getting moolah, they figure they should start hating like the Ku Klux. Never lose trust. I've learned my roots when I move up. Gotta live when the truth big who sucks. Inspiring to the youth, not too clutch. Too clutch. Shit, woo high. Why you rapping sound like a lot of hoopla? People bring it down all the way to new lies. So high, they ain't looking on the cool law. Shit, I won, and you lost. So take your ass back to the boondocks. You look up the same thing that you do so. So I couldn't recognize who you was. You was. Shit like me. How they gonna hate on a kid like me? I checked it like Kanye did Nike. Take care of my mind and my psyche. Wait. The glamorous lifestyle don't excite me. Right, they try to talk down like a like me. Most underrated artists you might see.
Yo, we just got finished doing the craziest show ever. You see everybody in the background? Yo, everybody else say like, come on, man. I just had to make sure you know the energy was here. All right.
How do I feel about performing live?
What goes through your body?
How long was it?
Through my body?
Yeah, like literally. What do you feel? Pause.
Yo. Yeah. So basically, like, for me, it's like, I guess the mind is the body, you know what I'm saying? So, like, it's all about the mental space, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you have to prepare, you have to... It's a spiritual experience, really, because, you know, a lot of people, they like to, you know, think like rap is just a thing you just do, and it's not. It's something you live. You know, it's something you breathe. It's something you eat, like I said earlier. So all I can really do is stay blessed and show grace and love. That's all I can do. And that's what I feel like I'm doing when I'm on stage. So, you know, it's natural.
When I'm on stage, I'm like overly sensitive about if I'm losing people's attention. You feel me? Like, yo, peace. Oh shit. Sorry, I'm wilding. I'm always like thinking about like, all right, I hope people are listening. So sometimes that's not a good thing because I scream my words so people can hear the message rather than just feeling the music. Right. You know what I mean? So then when I realized, oh, okay, I got the people, then I'm like, all right, let me just enjoy the music now. Like, it's not low-key about if people can hear the words, it's like really about the rhythms.
Yeah.
So I gotta just stay on beat.
Exactly.
The truth gonna get me too excited, I lose beat.
Yeah, kind of like Adé said, you know, just having fun with it, you know, and just trying to like listen for like, you know, like the beat, you know, the tempo. But like when I'm on stage, I really just get back to rehearsing, bro. Like I take myself back to the, you know, like it's practice. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you know what King said, getting ready and preparing, you know, at home. You feel what I'm saying? So by the time you get on stage, you know, you're not really thinking. It's like a flow state. You feel what I'm saying? So, like, you know, like all the brothers said, for me, you just make yourself a vessel, make sure your vessel's straight, and then everything else comes after that. Word is born.
When you rehearsing at the crib, is it just you in the crib, or you rehearsing, you imagining the crowd?
I would say a crowd. I'm always imagining a crowd working like, you know, like that's real New York shit. That's real authentic, man. We here. Yeah. But word, that's the sounds of the train, man. We really outside. But to answer bro question, you know, I like to think of a crowd. You feel me? I like to think of just mad people. You feel what I'm saying? I like to put myself in pressure. so that, you know, when the pressure comes in real life, you know, it's like practice. You feel what I'm saying? Just have a hard practice, hard rehearsals. For me, it's long.
Yo, blessings. Lou Basky, Zensei.
Yo.
We had the craziest show, man. I hope we get some footage.
It was.
But the rest of homie want to talk about slums.
Yeah.
I just wanted to include y'all. You feel me? Yeah.
Can you give me some memories from the sLUms? How it was to create music together, how it was to perform together? It probably two questions, but I want you to come up with the times when you guys created and performed together.
I'll start since I have it. So for you know, the craziest
I want you to give me all good times, guys.
I got you, nigga. That's all right.
It's cool.
I'm just trying to match your energy, bro. You just, all right. Anyway, I felt like I had a Dave Chappelle moment just now. You know, I'll speak of some meaningful times. You know what I mean? Sometimes that, you know, people didn't have to be there for it, but like we know, you know, it's when we had our first show. We was rehearsing at Mason's crib. We was rehearsing our set.
The age, the date. Do you remember?
Huh?
The age, the date.
I mean, we were all different ages, but
I
was 17.
Year.
I think King was 19.
Like 2015.
2015, exactly. Yep. And we had a show at Andrew Freedom Home in the Bronx. DJ Kool Herc was there and all this shit. You know, yeah, I know, on some hip hop.
You guys.
Yeah. Nah, we were rehearsing our set. You feel me? We had the coldest set, like still legendary. To the day, this shit would probably still go crazy. We was teens. Don't change the thing from that set. We would go crazy. And we didn't get to perform. We waited the whole 10 hours. Like the show was like 10 hours, a ridiculous amount of time. We didn't get to perform. And then what we did was we took that. All the people that came to support us for our first show, we took them down the D train. Straight to Wall Street or some shit like that, where we rehearsed the set and we did a performance. I feel like I remember that's when Joygill right there, back Joygill over here, he really locked in with us. Like he was really like, yo, these niggas going crazy, like, you know, like, and that was just a crazy. Like I feel like that's the epitome of like what sLUms was. Like niggas always trying to like slight us, you know, and then we still use the little that they left, the crumbs that they left us, and make so much more. Make it, you know, make things happen. Like that happened with the this New Year's event. We were doing a sLUms it was like one of our biggest shows to date. It's 2016
Right.
New Year's event. We were opening for like big artists and whatever at the time, and I had a song with Mike, Stuck in the Scene. I did my whole verse. And Mike has another. He's in the second half. Take care.
Who was there? Who was there?
What was that?
Yeah, who was there on the stage? I mean,
I don't really remember, but hear me out.
okay.
We did a show, New Year's Eve. I did Stuck in the Scene, right? I passed off the mic to Mike. Before he gets to rap off 2 bars, we turn around. I kid you not, 20 police officers, 20. All right there. Shut down the show just like
right
that.
when Mike picked up.
Right when he picked up the mic. I got my verse off.
That's unfortunate.
Niggas just showing love. And that was a good song at the time. Turn around. Cop said, done. And why did it happen to us? You feel me? I feel like they had to cut Mike off. They cut him off. You feel me? All we did was we was just trying to get on. You feel me? We took the same situation. We took all the people this time it was a lot more people because we were a lot more established, and there was a lot of people at that show. I don't know if you remember that.
I think I came late, to be honest.
Yeah. But then to wrap it up, we got on the L train. We went all the way to Ridgewood and did our own New Year's show, branched off, and it was mad people.
The other show, same night.
Same show, we just did the same thing,
Oh.
but just in different locations. And I just feel like that represents what sLUms is about. Like, we make something out of nothing, rapping on trains. You know what I mean? King Carter was on the first train show ever. You feel me? Like, we was rapping. They didn't give us a platform, not booking. We rapping on the trains. Like, we'll take it to that and then make it big.
That's something out of my radar because I didn't know you guys were actively performing that hard.
Oh, yeah.
What is your, maybe from the same time, same performance, what is your the most meaningful, significant memory you have, or even overall about working together, creating together?
We got hella memories, man. At the end of the day, I definitely appreciate the times that we, got together and we collabed and, you feel me, just generally supported each other, you feel me, even if it wasn't a collab for real. Like, we had some fire performances. I feel like I was a little bit stage fright back then in the early days, a little bit, so like, it was
Like
still
a day?
It was still a learning curve.
Like a day?
What do you mean?
5 performances a day?
Nah. I was like stage fright.
Stage fright.
Five performances a day though, We ain't there yet, you feel me?
I don't want to be there.
Yeah. That shit sound like
2, maybe 2 max.
two.
Okay.
Two max.
Maybe you'll like it.
Five a day is crazy.
That's slavery.
But man, you feel me? Like, we had a great London trip. You feel me? That was very memorable. Regardless of how it played out, man, we was some young New York niggas out in London for real, like making that shit happen. You feel me? Like
some crazy memory. How you guys were hanging out in the studio? How you're making up a song?
I mean, it's really nothing to where
something
like,
memorable to you.
It's really nothing like. It wasn't nothing orchestrated. You feel me? Like, I understand, like, you want something memorable, but all of it was a memory. You feel me?
Like, was a great memory.
Like, everything was pretty much memorable. There's not one thing that I could say and be like, this was it and the end all be all. You feel me? Because it was kind of pretty much like, sLUms was kind of cut short a little bit early anyways. You feel me? So, like, there was a lot of things that we didn't get to do, but the things that we did get to do, you feel me, it was generational, it was inspiring, you feel me, with the little bit of support that we got, because when you're doing your thing, we definitely had a lot, but like, in terms of, as a group, man, we live in a day and age, like, groups don't really, stay together, you feel me, like, Migos ain't even together, you feel me, like, it ain't, that's just, we was doing something that was different during the time, because there wasn't really no groups at that time, like, I feel like we was better than Brockhampton, we was, like, all types of shit, like,
That was a funny name, bro. That was the funniest name.
Yeah, because they'll try to throw niggas in there just because you're a group. Back then,
Yo, how y'all fuck with these niggas?
Back then, you feel me, like, but...
Industry plans is crazy, man.
I am trying to figure out some emotion, something what you miss about the sLUms back then, something that you would like to bring back, or you feel as moving on is the path. Some nostalgia.
I'll take the latter. You feel me? I said I'll take the ladder because I'm always carry sLUms on my back. You feel me? But like, I've learned a lot.
you guys in touch, all the members of the slums. I want to bring it there.
Next question.
Next question? Oh, okay, next question then.
Look, I say there's nothing that I want to bring back. You feel me? Like, it is what it is. Like, I carry, you know, I just carry that energy. I always carry that slum gang energy. You feel me? Like, we grown now. We done learned a lot from the past and shit like that, you know?
I'll say something when you're done.
And it really is really more so, just say, like, you know, y'all seen a little bit of slums tonight. You feel me? I did.
It's different,
That's
right?
exactly what I was about to say.
I did my thing. You feel me? Like
Slums
that's
closed
slums
out their
right
show
there.
just now.
You feel me? Like slums just did their thing. You know, it's
I'm saying, like, if for anybody who wants that, you know, that slums, you know, nostalgia, like we're the ones keeping it alive right now. You know what I mean? Like, we empower this shit. You feel me? Like King Carter, he really was like a ride or die for slums. You feel me? Like, he was down. You feel me? Like it was every song. It was just shouting us out, uplifting us. You know what I mean? Like, this is not a game. You know, until we saw some fucking shine, until people paid respect. You know what I mean? But that's not just limited to slums. We got to just carry ourselves like that in life. You know what I mean? Like, we got to be like that. We got to support ourselves that way too. You know what I mean? So, like, whenever we get to be in the flesh, you know, whenever Joygill, the combinations can get deep, you know, bringing people in the same room, and it could be special. More, you know, we get creative with it. But, you know, for a fact, like, King Carter holds weight, Joygill holds weight, I hold weight, everybody in slums holds weight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No matter where they choose, it was always we gonna go about our own ways at one point, creatively or whatever, but we fuck with each other. And that's how it has to be. I mean, I can only speak for myself. You know what I mean? Like,
What you saying? I've been dealing with these demons, and you know I need a prayer. You know I need a paper cut like a taper. Feel like Big Sean blowing, finally famous. Woke up this morning feeling blessed from my haters. The shit they rap about, really outdated. Keep it deep, niggas not when they was beat. I had to tell all my this shit real, not just a dream. Only people real niggas. I can never stress the team. Cash moves everything around me. Cream my Baltimore. I'll make it play with the lean. They don't want smoke. Really just smoke, just steam. I was down broke. Really come from home. And the beats they do none of us. But they didn't all that we received. Two sides of the story. Which one do you believe? Give it to you raw. Uncut, no machine.
I'm wondering what went wrong and what can be spoken over, and if you wanted to change something, would you do so?
If I'm being honest, everything went right. Can't really, you know, dwell on like what went wrong. You feel me? Like, I'm glad to be in a position that I am today. You feel me? I'm glad to be knowledgeable and know what I know today. You know, like, I ain't perfect and shit like that, but we woke up blessed. You feel me? And I wouldn't say, you know, I wouldn't change anything. You feel me? I'm more so a person, like, I trust the journey. I've always trusted the journey, you know?
what went wrong? What went wrong was these damn publications, bro. That's why I say we don't need Condé Nast to write about our music for us to be validated. You know, maybe you get some weird people that only use that as backbone to what you're doing. Like, it's like the prelude to a Grammy. You know, oh, you're not important unless you have a Grammy. Before that, it's, oh, you're not important unless this writer talks about
you
you.
mean distribution or
PR, bro.
so the opinions divided about how to go public.
The opinion is not really divided. I got you, Joygill. The opinion is not really divided. Like, you know, Adé touched on some factual shit. You feel me? But like, I don't feel like, you know, those people who, you know, misspoke about us or just, you know, discarded us is not really important enough to talk about. You feel me? Because we still doing legendary things to this day. Like, we still creating bangers. We still rapping with the best of them. We still producing with the best of them. My boys still making merch with the best of them. Doing shows with the best of them. You feel me? So it's like, and you know, shout out to everybody that came out to tonight, because it was just a reminder, like, for like, you know, just being away from the game for so long, how much people still fuck with you. You feel me? So like, it's like people still fuck with you. So that's like, why would you want to talk about what went wrong? Why would you want to, you feel me? Like, because it is what it is. Because the people that you would talk about, man, they probably not even thinking about that shit. They probably living, making their moves and shit like that. So we out here, we made our moves today. We did a successful show. So many beautiful people came out. You know, some people that I thought would have came, didn't come. And some people that I thought wouldn't have came. You feel me? So it's like,
I got him, bro.
You know, shout out everybody, even the people that didn't came, because you know, this is traveling, bro. Niggas getting on the train, all types of shit. That shit is not easy, you feel me? So I know there was many people supporting us from afar, and that's just another reminder, bro, how much it's still going. sLUms is still pushing. Niggas is still fucking with us. Niggas is still, you know, we outside. It was blessed.
Do I get you right? Do I get you right that you're more relating the natural way of organic going to the public?
Yeah, most definitely. Like, I 100% agree with everything Adé said. You feel me? Like, 100%. Feel me? Most of my shit talking is a little bit in the music. You feel me? Like,
I'm just wanted to say he's coming from a good place, because I use controversy to promote this show. You know what I mean? So he really wants to know. I said sLUms is one of the most misrepresented groups in the history of hip hop. You know, and he just wants to know.
Because this is, I think, you know, people ask like, oh, what went wrong with sLUms, and then they try to make it a personal failure. You know what I mean? Like, they try, and then they spend the rest of the time looking for like a personal failure with niggas in the group. We all flawed, and that's not what went wrong with this shit. You know what I mean? That's an easy way out to say, oh, it's like one nigga out of four niggas, people really like fucked up, and it made everything fall apart. And it's either whatever way you want to cut that, that's not the truth. We can say, oh, it's this person's fault, it's Mike's fault, it's this guy's fault. They all not really the truth. We can't put it on nobody's personal failure. It's really a failure of, do you really love music? Because if you really love music, as you do, then you get the story right. You tap in with the artist. You don't let the story be a blocker to that. You don't let your perceived personal failure, oh, I don't want to listen to this artist no more because I don't know what happened with sLUms. That don't make sense. And that's how people are kind of starting to think now musically.
I feel it all the time.
You see what I'm saying? So I just want to put that out there, that people always try to identify and make it a personal failure of somebody, someone they could put the blame on, and that's not respectful to the artist, and that's not the truth. No matter which person you choose to say, oh, it's their personal failure, it'll never be the truth. That's why we don't talk like that. And I think people take advantage of that and try to steamroll it and say, they all fucked up. It must be some, you know what I mean? And then again, they don't get the story right, and it just minimize everybody. And like other people put themselves over it.
Who are these people that are saying that? Like,
it's just a general way humans think. You know what I mean? That you want to try and create a personal failure. I see it all the time with all of them. If you don't know, I organized the early shows, helped them craft their live performance strategy, the way that they presented themselves, and just constantly booked them for shows in the underground. So I've seen them since they started in terms of this development.
So just people around, not even musicians who involved in creating it.
No, because everyone's a musician now. It's the failure of a community to say, okay, we gotta get the story right. You know what I mean? And that's the failure of an industry to say, we're gonna take advantage of this story not being correct. and manipulate the story to say who we think is. You know, if you go and look on the internet, how many people are in slums? Right?
Yeah.
How many people?
That's what Adé published recently. That some person figured out that Earl Sweatshirt was inspired by that way,
You're right,
and
right,
Mike,
left
and
and
Mike,
right.
and everything is twisted, and no Adé is there.
Exactly. There's no, and those are selective decisions, and that's a failure, and that's an intentional failure. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
And so we can't make it a personal failure, anybody in the group, because how many people have benefited from that name? It can't be a personal failure if people still benefit, and they still get the story wrong purposely. You know what I mean? Why don't you see King Carter album? King Carter had an album, Prisoner of Mind. King, didn't you drop an album called Prisoner of Mind? And then they never talk about Prisoner of Mind. You know what I mean? And that's a key part of it. How you gonna have a Slums, any collage, and it don't have King, it don't have Adé, it don't have a Daryl project in there, it don't have a Jazz Jody project in there. It's madness. It doesn't make any sense. You can't turn like an iron gear into copper gear. You can't turn a copper gear into an iron gear or a steel gear. This is the way that industry works. And some people want to deny it and say, oh no, the industry doesn't work that way. You guys fucked up. It's like, no, the industry works. I have to send you my album ahead of time for the press person to hear the album so they can say that it's a 10 out of 10. They're not gonna listen to it after it comes out on their own time and then decide it's a 10 out of 10. No, you have to send it to them and then they agree. You know what I mean? So it's not a personal failure. This is just how the industry works. It's a selective thing. And you could get the population, you could get the people, you could try to be populist about it. But again, we live in a day and age where, sorry, I've gone my mouth, the populism is not a real concept either. People are still mentally barred in. People are still mentally buried in. They have borderlines. You know,
Well, whatever is shown, they go in there. And
Precisely.
that's what I got when you said about populism. It's something about if people were able to go through, they would do. Otherwise, they just go to Friday playlist on Spotify,
Exactly.
and it's no Mike,
Defaults.
it's no Adé, it's no King Carter. They will just find what the algorithm will suggest, and that's destroying the industry.
It is. And then here's where it gets worse, because you're right, it does destroy the industry. And then the industry, because I agree with you on these like default playlists, there are people who curate those playlists and they go out their way. I've seen it with my own eyes. They'll go out their way to be like, yo, this is the playlist of all the new hip hop. And then you're supposed to trust them because they present themselves as like they're listening to everything. And you'll see all the adjacent people to King Carter, all the adjacent people to Adé Hakim in the Spotify playlist, but then you don't see them in it. And it's like, it's almost insanity because like you wouldn't be able to know about this person if you don't know about this person.
That shit right now.
You know,
Like,
I'm just
giving you the real
really
deal. Like you asked for the
algorithmically you could
you
not
the answer.
like think about this. Walk with me here. Algorithmically, you could not separate these artists. So how are they separated? You get what I'm saying? Like algorithmically, they're separated. What do they
Some
call?
wizard broke in the algorithm and fixed everything. That's
Exactly.
That's clear. I mean, there's
get what I'm
something
saying? Yeah.
popping up about the algorithms. It's
Right.
something.
So
I know.
It's the CIA.
It's a lot of shit.
It's a lot.
If it was only the CIA, that would be a breeze. It's not just CIA. It's motherfucker down the street who just hating, and they got a hating community, and they have a hater job, and you know what I mean. They work in a hater vertical.
It can go
You know
very
what I mean?
far.
It's the MFDS. The motherfuckers down the streets.
Motherfucker down the streets, motherfucker.
MFDS.
This motherfucker, yes, it's the MSDS. See, and this is what we say. Like we generate this shit. This shit come to us. We have fun with it. It's not nothing for us to really rack our brains about because it's true. It's authentic. We really mean that shit.
Yeah.
I know he do. I do.
I do.
So just to go back to the point, like people try to make it about a personal failure in what's up with slums, but the reality is like, because it is just people who just don't want to write about it, but then it is also algorithms. So people try to minimize, say, oh, they're just mad, King's just mad, I'm just mad. People are just bitter. No, this cards are stacked up against us like crazy. It's digital shit, and it's hater shit, and it's industry shit, and it's the whole fucking world is changing because of technology. You can't even really do a show in New York anymore. If you want to keep it real, you know the New York myth and the reality. You can't just, let's go to a venue right now, pitch them. They're going to make us wait like 2 months. Yeah. But a restaurant, they'd be like, yo, we kind of fuck with you. And I did make it happen. So these are very much the factors that are kind of contributing to this gravitational pull, this tsunami. But at the end of the day, people still come and ask in 2025, like, what's up with slums? What happened to slums?